fight song came onto the scene when I was 33. And I started this when I was 20-ish. So yeah, 13 years about.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa.
And then but fight song was about you like wanting to give up, yeah?
Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't always glamorous. And though that New York City scene was really amazing, eventually I moved to LA. I met my husband, and I met a manager that was like, dude, you are trying to warm yourself at everybody else's fire, and you need to go build your own, and people will come to it.
Wow.
But you need to do that through learning how to properly write an amazing song. And right now, you're not taking the craft as seriously as you're taking building fans. And so enough selling CDs out of your suitcase and making fans 10 at a time in every new city. Like, I want you to go to basically songwriting school and just write and write and write until you have fire. And I will tell you when you have fire, and like, you'll know. And when you have fire, it will be unstoppable.
I want to get on the topic of fight song now because I obviously it's a huge part of your story. And I know you already mentioned it. Did you think when you wrote that song that emotionally it was going to connect with so many people? Did it happen very quickly? Was it like many years of singing that particular song?
I did feel like it would connect with people emotionally. I really did. I had this feeling inside of me that this is meant to help people. I could feel, and I don't know if that sounds, I don't know. I just had this feeling like this thing that flowed through me is bigger than me. It wasn't from me, and it's for many people. And I could just feel it and knew the magic of it because, listen, I was also struggling and needing it really badly.
Sure.
So I was walking around with headphones on being like, man, this is really encouraging. And I was like, dang, I think this is going to do the same thing for other people. And I happened to be right.
Yeah.
But it was, it did take a long time to write. I wrote that chorus in that day. And then I left my friend Dave's house, and, Dave Bassett is who I wrote that with. And then over 2 years of learning to produce and rewriting it by myself and slaving away over it. Can you imagine like living in my little 5th floor walk up, knowing that I have this thing that's going to change people's lives, but not knowing how to get it produced or not having the money to get it produced and like not having the, I believed in myself certainly, but it was like hard to keep believing when there were so many closed doors.
Yeah.
So finally I learned to produce. I learned Logic, and I took lessons from like some sweet little dork at Guitar Center that I made teach me. His name was Kurt. He was great.
Thanks, Kurt.
Shout out, Kurt. And I finally learned to get the kick drum that I was hearing in my head, and I figured out like, okay, well, I want these kind of strings, not that, and then I want this kind of a verse, and that was so fun to explore production and learn that world. As I'm sure you guys know, it's like, oh my God, the world is at your fingertips when you are the one creating.
Oh yeah.
And when you have that power, you don't have to wait to pay money, to pay that huge amount for other people to do it. And so, yeah, my biggest recommendation always to artists and songwriters is learn to produce and learn to really write. And like write and write.
Thanks so much for watching this clip from our podcast, Counter-Melodies.
If you'd like to watch the full episode, be sure to click the link in the description.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Counter-Melodies.